Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Test and Go, which has been suspended by order of the Prime Minister here in Thailand. And this is causing a great deal of consternation for folks who are looking to travel into Thailand. It's effectively put a substantial quarantine period back onto those who are looking to travel into Thailand. Now, there is something of an exception with respect to the Phuket sandbox, which I will get to in another video. But for purposes of this video, the question being posed is, what about if I have already scheduled to come into Thailand with Test and Go? To go to some source material here, a recent article from ASEAN Now, that's ASEANnow.com. Article is titled, Thailand suspends, quote, Thailand pass, unquote, and Test and Go, quote, unquote. Quoting directly, however, those who had already registered and are due to arrive will still be able to enter the country, but they will be required to take a second RT-PCR test. When the test is required was not clear at the time of the posting. So those who are registered and are due to travel appear to be able to come in using this quote-unquote Test and Go, although there's going to be an additional PCR test. How do you know if you meet that criteria? It seems to be the criteria is contingent upon whether or not you have an issued Thailand pass to come into Thailand. So if you have an issued Thailand pass and you secured it under Test and Go, it does appear, and let me stress, it appears that those folks are going to be able to come in and use the Test and Go initiative, as we have seen in, quite frankly, prior boondoggles like this, where everything has been changed. I remember seeing this back in April. People do get caught in the transition. So I'm not going to sit here and make this video and say, I'm not going to stand here and make this video and say that it's a foregone conclusion if you have a Thailand pass and you're using Test and Go, it's going to work super smooth. You're just going to come in and use Test and Go. That appears to be the program they have in place. They've suspended it for new people, but they are going to allow those who have come in access to Thailand using that program, so long as they undergo an additional PCR test, and they'll be allowed to go ahead and use that Test and Go in much the same way that they were intending to. How this will actually play out in a practical manner remains to be seen. We will certainly keep you updated on this channel as the situation evolves.